New developments in the U.S. as they talk with Ukraine, and the Trump administration suspends aid and intel sharing. That came out yesterday, and is now reportedly planning to revoke the legal status of nearly 250,000 Ukrainians who have fled here since the war began. Special envoy to Russia and Ukraine, General Keith Kellogg, joins us now. General, I know there was an emergency meeting of European allies without us yesterday in response to our pause in weapons and our hold off on sharing intelligence.
Donald Trump is not playing around, ladies and gentlemen. He is serious about getting peace and getting exactly what America voted for. In fact, he is working on that when it comes to Canada, when it comes to Mexico, and when it comes to Hamas as well. We got to talk about that. But Trump to revoke legal status for 240,000 Ukrainians as he is looking to send them back home because he wants this war to stop. He is trying to force the hand of Zelensky, and I believe it's working. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard in the previous clip, it's happening. Donald Trump is stepping up to the plate, and Zelensky right now is running out of options as these Ukrainians are going to face the consequences of a president that is basically not doing what he needs to do for his people. And I believe Trump is trying to prove a point by putting this out there and doing this. Now, again, Ukrainians all over the United States of America, the left is very supportive of them. And they have taken to the streets numerous times. They have taken to the streets. They are literally outside of New York protesting that they basically want to have the United States still support them. Still, look, Donald Trump has suspended all aid. He has paused the aid to Ukraine because he's very serious about this. But I guess Ukrainians in the United States of America really aren't a fan of Trump. Take a listen. Thousands of Ukrainians took to the streets to protest. They obviously, I don't think they want to go back home. But again, Donald Trump is keeping the same energy with everybody. He literally is keeping the same energy that as he's kept with every country in South America, with every country around the world, including Ukraine. They do not get a pass. Specifically, it's time to go back home. That's what Trump is basically trying to say here. Now, we also have news, again, of Donald Trump stopping all military aid to Ukraine following his clash with Zelensky. Again, letting the world know that he is very serious about peace in Ukraine and also peace in the Middle East. Take a listen.
Reporting the United States is pausing all U.S. military aid to Ukraine until President Trump determines the Ukrainians show a commitment of good faith peace negotiations. That's according to a senior Trump administration telling Fox. This is not a permanent termination of aid. It is a pause. The orders are going out right now. The official said this in response to Ukrainian President Zelensky's conduct over the last week and his words over the weekend. So it's all stopping, Brian.
Yeah, well, he needs an apology. President Trump says, I need a direct apology. This could be fixed with a phone call. Sorry if things went off the rails. Like the first 45 minutes of our talk. Didn't like the last 10. So let's get this thing back on track. I understand what you mean. And let's do it. And then you put the ball in Russia's court and let's see how sincere they are. But it's going to take a call from Zelensky to Trump directly. And I'm sure he'd take the call. The guy does not hold grudges.
Leslie, this is going to be a part of that speech. Democrats, some of them saying they're going to boycott the speech. How do you think this all plays?
I'm not a big fan of boycotts. I'm also not a big fan of pre-rebuttal. Let's see what the guy has to say. Show up. That's what people vote for you to do. And by the way, when's Putin going to apologize to Zelensky for invading his sovereign nation? Just wondering.
True. Absolutely. You're right.
There you go.
Again, tempers flaring there on Fox News, but that was the announcement of the military aid being paused. Again, Donald Trump is basically letting America and the rest of the world know that he wants to make peace, but he's not sure that Zelensky wants to make peace at all. So he's taking these measures to make peace happen. Again, That was a part of the argument that Donald Trump had at the White House. It wasn't even an argument. It was pretty much a conversation that Trump dominated. And also J.D. Vance. Well, Zelensky just, in my opinion, just should have been quiet. We've been helping you. Taxpayers have been sending money, not us necessarily. I wouldn't send my money anywhere. Nowhere I would send my money. But again, this is what the government has done. They have sent money over to Ukraine for weapons. Right now, we are hearing that Ukraine are going to run out of weapons by the summertime. So we need a deal. And Donald Trump has taken these drastic measures, taking it into his hands. Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians, is coming from Daily Mail, who fled to America when Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine, could be deported as soon as April. It has emerged. President Trump, again, plans to revoke legal status for some 240,000 Ukrainians who sought refuge in the United States. A senior Trump official and 3 sources familiar with the matter have revealed to Reuters. They got the drop. The planned rollback of protections for Ukrainians was underway before Trump publicly feuded with Ukraine President Zelensky during their meeting at the Oval Office just last week. And again, we're talking about thousands of Ukrainians have been taken to the streets. They're not a fan of Trump. They're not a fan of what's going on. And I don't think we all are, and any of us are fans of what's going on. But how do you guys feel about this? Should they be sent back home? Should their legal status be taken? Again, Trump's keeping the same energy with everybody. He does not want the United States of America to be taken advantage of. We've seen it time and time again. If you are here illegally, you need to go back home. And he is keeping that same energy because right now he's calling for peace in Ukraine. And it seems that things are going up and down, up and down, up and down. But we're still getting answers. And Donald Trump is demanding an apology from the Ukrainian president. Again, this is the question I propose to Americans that are watching this video. How do you guys feel about this? The sentiment that I'm getting, a lot of people are saying that Donald Trump has gone too far. Donald Trump is going way too far by trying to send these people back home. He's gone way too far, that he's being petty and he's being heartless. But I love this. Send them back, all the way back to the crib, because that's what he campaigned on. So the fact that he's keeping that same energy, to me, it just says, okay, cool. Doesn't matter if you're Ukrainian, doesn't matter if you're Mexican, it doesn't matter if you're from the Middle East, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're here illegally, and if you're here taking advantage of the United States of America, which he believes that Ukraine has done, and not looking for peace when he wants it, I think that's what we all want. So again, has he gone too far? Is this going too far? Is this petty? Or is this the right thing to do? Send them back home. Find a way to literally force the hand of Zelensky. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think of all of this? Because this right now is terrible news for Zelensky. This is a bad look for Zelensky. Zelensky looks weak. But again, thousands of thousands have hit the streets. They are making their presence known in the streets that Ukraine is not for sale. Meanwhile, they are in the United States of America. It's kind of like the same thing of people protesting the United States of America, but they don't want to go back home. Again, people protesting deportations. Now it's about to get even crazier. You've seen video after video after video of people literally protesting that they do not want to go back home, meanwhile holding their flag. And that's the same thing that's going on with Ukraine as well. So again, very important stuff happening right now. We're going to see what the next moves are from Donald Trump. He's supposed to be signing executive orders after executive orders, but he is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. And he feels that a part of the immigration system, that it's a problem that we took all these, Ukrainians in, and it's kind of giving. Again, this is what I'm reading. It's kind of giving Zelensky some type of, hey, we can always lean on the United States of America. Donald Trump says enough is enough. Your people will go back home. You will find peace. If not, we're out. We're pausing all aid. You need us. That's what he's trying to say. But apparently, Zelensky is saying, no, I can just go to Europe. I got the European Union got me. I don't really need the United States of America. Trump is forcing the hand. He's saying you're biting the hand that's feeding you. These people in the street say that Ukraine is not for sale. Will they want to go back home is the question. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the like button. I hope you guys appreciate this content each and every day. Again, let me know listen, comment down below. Definitely want to hear exactly what you guys have to say. I'll go through every comment one by one because I'm very interested in how you guys feel about this move. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.